Another stoppage defeat, but should Pricey call it a day? I'm Teekosey, and this is with just 15 defeats. It's Teekosey here, and welcome to something a little bit different. I think I'm going to be calling this early knockouts, and this might be quite funny considering what the first question is on this show. But I'm basically going to be proposing the big questions in boxing and trying to answer them succinctly as I can, as opposed to the more detailed and elaborate preview shows that I will be putting together for all of the big fights in boxing. Okay, so remember to go onto my channel, click on the subscribe button, and check out any of the videos that I've got there. Very much appreciated, and very much appreciated any comments. And obviously, if you've got any comments on today's question, hit me up. Hit me up in the question section. So today's question is, should David Price retire? Now, we recently saw that he was stopped again. Christian Hammer stopped him in the undercard of the Chris Eubank pay-per-view fight that we saw just over a week ago now. Just over a week, well, a week ago from when I'm recording this. And I actually predicted that David Price would win the fight. He didn't win the fight. He was stopped by the referee, and it was it was sad to see. Now, David Price is one of these guys he's had insane potential from day one. He's got so much going for him: the size, the shape, the power, the savage knockout power that most boxers don't have. Most boxers don't have savage knockout power like David Price. Now, this seems to have deserted him in recent years, and we've also found out that he doesn't really have much resistance, and he's been stopped on a number of occasions. And I think it's sad. I've championed him in the last couple of years, where I've said I still thought he could still have something in the division. And the potential for him to win a title is possible because he's got one-punch power. Simple as that. But should he retire? Should he retire? Now, my immediate answer is I don't think he should. I don't think he should, because I think he still wants it. I think he still wants it. And he goes in to win. But there's just certain things that don't... They hold him back. Now, it's not like... What I'm going to say is that if we remember when Audley Harrison started getting knocked out, as a direct comparison, he suddenly became the most scared boxer on the planet. He was so scared of being hit that his eyes were like headlights, and he was so scared. And all he was considering about was surviving and not getting knocked out. David Price hasn't gone with that mentality. He's continued to realistically not change his style, and for potentially that's part of the problem. Mate, the training, they're not ironing out some of his problems. There was a whole issue with the weight. I actually thought that the weight possibly wasn't a problem, because I always thought when he was around about the 240 mark, he looked very gaunt. I know he's a pasty geezer, but he looked quite gaunt and thin, and he could have pulled in the pounds, and people were saying that he put on this weight and it wasn't, it just slowed him down. But to be honest, I still think he's got a good opposition. I still think he's got a place. I still think he's got a place. And we need guys. We can't just have guys that are going to be world champions and people that are champions. Sometimes we need people that are going to put up a good opposition for people that are going to be the champion. So we need these guys. And he's a credible opponent for a lot of guys, a lot of up-and-comers. And I think he could still knock out people. He could still knock out people. And I think in this fight, he didn't get savagely knocked out. He kind of just ran out of steam, and he was just gone. It was just completely gone. So I think if he'd got savagely knocked out by this Christian Hammer, it might have been a different story. But for me, I'm going to say David Price, keep your chin up, mate, and keep going.